How is everybody doing on this Friday afternoon? It's 4:20 almost here.
Would you look at that?
I'm Devin Howard for WSK here on X106 and KNWT Channel 8. Also on the show, Sean Hino, Ryan Elliott, Trevor Mater, and Max Moore joining us for this last couple segments here. I'll turn his mic on here so he can talk now.
Yeah, thank you. I had a comment for you, degenerates over there, but it's going to go unsaid now.
All right, well, Max, I think you'll appreciate this. This is for Trevor for his WWE tweet this week. Wow, one second. If I pop up the right thing, it might work. So then we can make fun of Trevor. So you're fired, Trevor, for that. For buying WWE.
Come on.
My goodness.
Right, we're going to do NFL picks now. Last week, Ryan went 4-1. Joe, Trevor, and myself all went 3-2. Sean went 2-3. Overall, Ryan 9-1. Joe and Trevor 7-3. Sean and I are both 6-4. In my own heart.
I don't know, Devin. That graphic clearly says you're 5-5.
I am 6-4.
I think we have to trust the graphic.
I am 6-4.
Okay, it's been 2 weeks, Devin. Drop it up.
If he ends up losing by a game,
Are the
Rams
Rams still mad about Spygate? Yes, I'm still mad about this. All right, so there's that. Okay, before we go to this real quick, Chiefs-Chargers, small preview on that game. We're not picking this one, just a little preview. Score predictions, anything to look out for this game? We'll start with Sean first. We'll just go around the horn.
I'm glad that you started with me because my biggest point in this game is going to be the Keenan Allen versus Marcus Peters / other cornerback in there. And last year that game wasn't close. Keenan Allen abused the Chiefs in very many ways, and then he tore his ACL, and that was the end of his season. But that was if he has a monster game, the Chiefs can still win because I trust the offense.
Yes.
But I want to see Marcus Peters step up, have a good game, maybe a pick or 5. I would take 5 picks. I think I'm going to go Chiefs 31, and Chargers are going to keep it close, and it's going to be 27.
All right, Ryan.
You mentioned Keenan Allen. I think a healthy Keenan Allen is going to keep this game close for the Chargers. I think the Chiefs need to be careful on special teams. One of the points I wanted to bring up when we were talking about last week, but we didn't have time for, was DeAnthony Thomas has made some weird decisions on special teams.
Yeah.
He muffed a punt. He got called for a penalty for kick catch interference in week 1. He took 3 kickoffs from 8 yards out of the end zone.
Didn't get back to the 20, did he?
None of them. He got back to the 20, and the touchback line's the 25 now.
So no, he put Akeem Hunt in there, and he had a good return.
I know. Keep DeAnthony Thomas off the field.
On special teams.
He has struggled, and he's been a non-factor in the offense as well.
He's more of a decoy in the offense.
And but anyway, I think Keenan Allen keeps the Chargers close in this one. But I'm going to go with Sean and go the 4-point difference route, and I'm going to go 28-24.
Chiefs are going to win this one. They're going to win this one by at least 10 points. There's no way they're going to cover the spread. It's going to be interesting. You know why? Because I think it's going to be Arrowhead West. Mm-hmm. That I think that place has a legitimate shot. As we've seen what it's been like with Qualcomm, that place was the bottom bowl could have been filled with Chiefs fans. So I think that this stadium, Chargers fans are not happy with the Spanos family and just in general the situation. So I could see the Chiefs fans obviously love making the trip out to Southern California to watch the Chargers and the Chiefs play. So I could see that happening. It could be a home field advantage for the Chiefs. Yeah, there we go.
Maybe a little bit of tomahawk chop out there in L.A. this week in the soccer stadium that fills 27,000. The Chargers couldn't fill last week.
Hey, it's a beautiful soccer-specific stadium. Let's not hate on the soccer.
I know. I'm just saying, if it's 27,000, you can't fill out for an NFL game. It's pretty embarrassing.
Did you know a general admission parking ticket there, parking permit's $100?
Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Nuts.
As if parking in Los Angeles isn't probably difficult enough.
Yeah, driving in that city is miserable.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it. Just stay at Disneyland. If you're going to go to Disneyland, stay at a hotel at Disneyland. Don't try and drive because it's just you're just going to be more miserable by the time you get to the park, and then you have to leave and you have to go more in the traffic. Just stay at the park, people. Traffic stinks.
All right, the Chiefs are a 3-point road favorite in this one, and I as well like the Chiefs. I think it's going to be final score I'll go 27-20. I think the Chiefs win by a touchdown here. They might fall behind.
Like last week, a good pick.
Exactly. A little bit. I'm going off the wall a little bit. I think it's going to be kind of like last week's game where they struggled a little bit early, but they figure out the Chargers' defense and how to block Ingram and Bosa there on the offensive line. And once they be able to find a way to block those guys and keep them off Alex Smith, Smith makes some nice passes downfield, maybe finds Conley or Hill down the sideline again for a big gain late. And Kareem Hunt gets a late touchdown to seal the win for the Chiefs. So that's what I got for the Chiefs defeating the Chargers there out in L.A.
You know, you brought an interesting point that I didn't touch on and I wanted to touch on was the defense for the Chargers. Their defensive line
is legit.
They have. It's going to be another tough test for the Chiefs, especially coming off from playing the Eagles, who have a very good front seven. This is going to pose the Chiefs a lot of issues on their offensive line, and Mitch Morse is out, and I read that earlier today. So he's if I haven't said it yet, he's going to be an All-Pro center. But I think if the Chiefs can be able to handle that defensive line, that's where I think they're going to be able to be successful.
All right, now we'll go to the other games this week. Falcons at Lions, noon on Fox. The Falcons 3-point favorite there on the road. We'll start with Max on this one. We'll go there and back this way. Max, who you got winning this game over in the NFC?
Ooh, this is tough. It's going to be a fun game.
Yes.
I'm hoping that we could get this game. I'm not entirely sure how Fox is going to get it regionally, but this will be a fun game. It's almost kind of a coin toss. I want to say the Lions are going to win just for the random fact that they're going to win, and I think they're at home. Are they at home?
Yeah, they're at home.
They're at home. I'll give them the edge here, just for being at home in Detroit.
I'm going to go with the Lions as well at home. Like Max, I think it was Max alluded to earlier, Atlanta's looked good, but I don't know that they're quite as good as maybe everybody thinks they are. Matthew Stafford has really impressed me so far this season. He might be right now the second or third best quarterback in the NFL through 2 games. I know it's through 2 games, so take it for what you want, and it's been against the Cardinals and Giants, but I mean, they gave him big money in the offseason, so he's earned it so far, and I think the Lions get it done and go to 3-0 while the Falcons drop to 2-1.
All right, now Ryan.
I've got the Atlanta Falcons in this one. It is in Detroit and facing a pretty good Lions team, but I think even the best teams in the NFL slip up every once in a while. I think for some reason this week feels like a slip up for the Detroit Lions, and I think even if it weren't a slip up, the Falcons are a tough win anyway because they're so good offensively. So I've got the Atlanta Falcons, and I've been predicting scores in the picks, so I'm going to go 21-20 Falcons.
Sean.
I'm going to go with the Falcons. I've said this to Devin. I've said it to Trevor. I don't think the Lions are good. I don't think they're great. Stafford doesn't impress me because he's played against bad teams. Well, I thought the Giants would be better, and clearly they are just a puddle of suck, honestly. Like, you can't really do anything.
That's a new phrase.
What's gotten into you today, man? You must have had a big caffeine kick just before the show because you're all hyped up,
I've just had water. That's it.
I love it, though.
Good. Water. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see where we're going.
I think the
Friday,
Falcons, baby. The Falcons are going to win this game.
When we come back, as Ryan said earlier, we will talk about the MLB playoff race and also about the Tigers relieving their manager from his duties. So we will take a break. You'll listen to the Weekend Sports Kickoff on X106 and KNWT Channel 8. As we are back here on the Weekend Sports Kickoff, I am Devin Albertson here with X106, and of course we're also on KNWT Channel 8. Devin Albertson, Sean Eno, Ryan Elliott, and Trevor Mater. As it's time to talk about a subject we haven't got to this year in our fall semester, baseball, as it's getting near playoff season. As Sean also said before the break, say the news again here.
Well, the Tigers have relieved their manager, Brad Ausmus, of his duties, and he will not return next season. The Tigers, as of right now, are 62-91.
Yeah, the Tigers were a team a lot of...
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Okay, just saying, he's fired.
I would have liked the Vince McMahon one just a little bit better because it's more...
WWE's trash.
No, but it's more energetic. Find the Vince McMahon one. But The Tigers were a team that a lot of people thought could maybe be a wild card team, and they have not looked good the second half of the season. So not really a surprising move when you're expected to be that way. And they dealt Justin Verlander to Houston, so the guy that was a mainstay for them for a long time is no longer there. So maybe it's kind of some rebuilding time now in Detroit.
Yeah, definitely. So anything else, guys, on the Detroit situation there? I mean, I haven't really followed the Tigers too much. I know they've struggled a lot this year. They've really fallen off the hill a bit there in the MLB. I don't even know what they are in the division right now. I haven't been able to keep up.
They're bad.
They're a game above Chicago for last,
which isn't saying a lot.
They're 62-91, so that's not good. That's not solid there. So, but the playoff race right now, Boston Red Sox are in the playoffs. The Indians, the Astros have all clinched spots in the AL, and of course in the wild card fighting for position, you have the Yankees right now, who are pretty much solidified in that first wild card, and the Twins battling the Rangers, Angels. Even the Royals are still in there technically for that second wild card spot. Because right now the Twins right there are 79 and 74. The Rangers and Angels are both 2.5 back, and the Royals are 3.5 back in the wild card.
Who would have thought the Twins are a wild card team? Do any of you guys see the Twins or Yankees or Angels being able to make a deep postseason run?
Not really. Honestly,
not solid enough.
I mean, the Yankees have the talent if they get hot, especially at the plate. If Aaron Judge stops striking out all over the place and they can really get everything going, then maybe. But that's a big if there. So consistently, teams that I think have been consistent enough over the season to prove to me that they've got a chance to make that run. The top three.
A lot of good baseball talk there. We're glad we could sprinkle a little bit of baseball here into the Weekend Sports Kickoff. We'll have more probably in the coming weeks as the regular season comes to an end and we go to postseason baseball. We'll have more of that incorporated here with WSK. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the NFL reactions from Week 3 of the NFL.
Football.
Or was it Week 2? It's Week 2. Yeah, it is Week 2.
My goodness.
I was trying to... Okay, anyways, we'll be back here on the Weekend Sports Kickoff here on X106 and KNWT Channel 8. Welcome into the Weekend Sports Kickoff, our last segment of the day. I'm Devin Albertson here for X106, also KNWT Channel 8. Also on the show today, we have Sean Nino, Ryan Elliott, Trevor Mater, and Max Moore. As it's time to talk some Bearcat football. They have a family weekend game tomorrow at 1:30 against Missouri Southern. And Max, we'll go to you first. What do you see with this matchup with the Lions of Missouri Southern?
I know Missouri Southern gave us some trouble last year. When we were down there, it was kind of like the past few games where there was a team that wasn't that good, and they were oddly enough made it close. And something I remember Coach Dorrell telling us was, we needed some adversity. We need some adversity. We're going to be blowing a lot of teams out. We need some adversity.
Down 13-0, we'll do that in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's for sure. And so it was kind of one of those things where we had our adversity early on in the season, and now they have the chance to hit the point of the season where I think personally the offensive line's going to come together. Nice. I think Landon Kubicek is coming back. He's going to be playing that right guard position, or at least that's what I saw a little bit during practice. They're going to have more experience on that offensive line. It's different for him because he's used to playing tackle, but I think having the best 5 guys out there is certainly going to be good for them. Cam got hurt, and so we're going to see I think we're going to see a good combination of different guys coming in at the running back position. Brody McMahon, Jordan Grove. I think they even unredshirted some kid.
Jordan Thompson from Florida.
Yeah,
yes.
So I think look for Jordan Grove to be a really big impact player on the offense. And the defense, same old. They're good for a reason. So there's no need to worry about the defense. It's just whether they can get that rhythm going on offense.
Yeah, because yesterday, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Jordan Thompson put on his Twitter, said, red shirt officially burned. He said, humble, hungry, and blessed. He's ready to go. Also, Cameron Wilcox said good luck to him. It looks like Wilcox is most likely done for the year with his shoulder injury. So we'll see what the Northwest offense looks like. Thompson, more of a speed back guy, more of a got a lot of speed there on the outside, so maybe they can get him moving out in space a bit with Manuel Jones out right now for the Bearcats as well with a hamstring injury. Just really light there with the running back position right now with a couple of top 2 backs being out. Then Jordan Grove is your utility guy still in there, who's not really a between the tackle type guy, but he's going to have to do a little bit more than what he's used to in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting is we're talking about all the I was talking to a few of the trainers with all the like hamstrings and whatnot and all these muscle tissue injuries. A lot of it has to do with the heat that's been happening over the past few weeks. There's a lot of people that are they feel like they're hydrated, but they're really not in the end. So they're doing a lot of steps to get them hydrated. And I went out to help start filming for something for Bearcat Update.
Yep.
And I walked out there and I was like, oh yeah, I don't miss this part. I don't miss being in 10, 20 pounds of equipment and having to go out in the 96 humidity, 96% humidity, 90-degree heat.
Just miserable out there.
Yeah, it's tough. And so when people. When I hear people kind of complain on the field, I don't blame them. I was there.
Yeah,
I was there. It makes the game that you really love playing a lot less fun. So, yeah, I don't blame them. But I think they'll be ready to go. I think they'll be nice and hydrated. I know there'll be plenty of people out at the tailgate that'll be plenty hydrated because they are going to have to drink something, and I don't think it'll be water.
But that doesn't really hydrate you, though.
Yeah, they'll be.
Doesn't matter. This
Trevor, no one was
drinking a
talking
beverage.
to you.
Of course, as always, this is Family Weekend at Northwest Missouri State, so a lot of people were wearing the red hats that I have on right now in memory of Coach Bostwick. I know you have the red shirt on, Max, there. It's more about Coach Bostwick there and what he brought to this program and his untimely death a few years ago before Coach Durrell took over as head coach. This is kind of a weekend to help remember him and to bring the entire family atmosphere at Northwest Missouri State together in one weekend. I think it's kind of a cool thing.
And we at the media luncheon, Coach Wright talked about. I asked him, "Hey, what does Family Weekend mean to you?" And I already knew most of what he was going to say, but I didn't know the part where he would say, "Yeah, I would have Scott Bostwick would have people over. He would have the GAs over." And because, the GAs are working from 8 a.m. to 8 at night.
So many hours.
They work so many hours with very little pay. They get their school paid for the most part. But, he and Coach T helped start that family kind of tradition. And I don't know when the official family day started, the whole honoring thing. But, they had a big part in that, yeah. Right. They obviously had a big, aspect and part of that. And when everybody goes on the field afterward, that's a Scott Bostwick thing that we all, as a player, it's really cool to be able to hang out with your parents right after the game as opposed to waiting by the locker room or waiting an hour afterward. So, and especially playing for Northwest, the family thing definitely rings true. And there's something kind of special, even though they're playing Missouri Southern and it should be a blowout, there's still a little bit of something special about being there for Family Day, and especially for the guys like even Cole Forney, who grew up in the town and he knew the Bostwicks, and it's just kind of one of those things where things all tied in together, and seeing everybody with the red hats is really cool.
All right, what's your final score prediction for this game versus Missouri Southern, who's defensively, I'll put a couple stats out here for you, 485 yards allowed per game on defense, about 245 on the ground, 240 in the air, and allows 43 points per game. So maybe the wake-up call the offense needs?
45-7.
All right, 45-7. I'm at 41-3 Bearcats. So
the Bearcats will block a kick.
Ooh, I like it. Guaranteed?
Yes, I will guarantee it.
There we
Sean.
go.
If Max is wrong, does he have to shave his head?
Yes, absolutely.
That'd be it. No,
You know what? If Trevor gets a guarantee wrong, he should bleach his hair.
I'm good. I don't make guarantees.
What a great comeback. That a boy, Max Moore.
That's good.
I don't.
Nicely
I was
done.
trying to help Max. I was trying to help you out in case you are wrong.
I do it every morning. Okay.
Oh, Trevor, what was your prediction again for this game?
I had 28-3.
And Ryan?
I think mine was 31-0.
Yeah, I was. And then
34-0. I forgot up until we got to Ryan. I was like, oh, what did I pick? But 34-0. I think
you said the max they score this year is 34.
Yeah, that was not a guarantee. It was like a very soft commitment. I'm like, well, okay, we'll see what happens.
I think that what it was. Oh, well, okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Anything else to add to this game, guys? Should be a good one tomorrow. 1:30 kickoff. We'll have. What time are you guys doing to start the pregame show? Because I know
12:30.
12:30 for Max.
30.
Noon 30 for Max.
30 p.m.
Max, Trevor, and Sean will be on the pregame show. Ryan and I will be on the call for the radio station. Follow us on Twitter at X106_sports. Sean will be tweeting out during the game all the updates that we need. And Trevor will be our sideline guy. And Max will be hanging out in the studio. I know he's doing some stuff for a Bearcat update as well at the game. So, you have the video board before the game again?
We were hoping that this will be the case.
All right,
we were hoping this will be the case.
Hopefully you'll see Max before the game starts in his beautiful face.
And I will not be in a suit this time around because it'll be about 95 degrees heat index.
so nice
I will avoid the suit.
whatever.
Nice polo.
I will probably wear a black polo with.
Don't go with a black polo. Go with like a green polo.
So
No doubt about that.
that's what we have here. We'll go to what we're going to watch this weekend. We'll start with Sean. What are you watching this weekend in sports?
A whole lot of football, let me tell you what. But you know what, Devin? I would be... there was a certain football team that is around the area that happened to win the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Trophy on Wednesday. Sporting Kansas City took the victory 2-1 over the New York Red Bulls. That was a very good moment for Kansas City. Devin doesn't like soccer, but
I don't mind. I don't mind soccer. It's just that it's not a good league.
I mean, this league's been around since...
The Moustakas 37 home run was more important than the...
There were 21,000 people at the U.S. Open Cup final. They filled Sporting Park.
I saw the crowd on people's
right.
Snapchat. It was a nice crowd.
Wait, who besides George Brett, who has ever been relevant for the Royals?
Steve Balboni.
See,
Balboni.
breaking that record. Then come on,
It's more important.
With juice baseballs too.
That's not true.
Yeah. Or do you work for the MLB now?
Maybe. I wish I get paid at least.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Get paid to defend them instead of doing it for free. Yeah, but that's more important, I think. But whatever. Maybe it's just someone's.
Other than what I did on Wednesday, football. Oh, there's going to be so much football. I get to go out to the Bearcat Stadium for the first time this year. I'm excited.
Yep. Ryan.
Busy weekend ahead of me. I've got a lot of stuff to do, but football around.
A honey-do list.
I don't know why you make fun of that. I have to do those too. I don't know what's.
No, it's just like he calls it honeydew.
That's what they're called. Yeah.
It's a to-do list given to you by your significant other, not
Your
a
honey.
Okay, it's the same
honey-do
thing.
list.
What if we
Oh,
make
good
this into
grief.
like a segment where it's Ryan's?
Yes, let's
Ryan's
break down honeydew list.
No. We just
What's
have to have
specifically
Ryan.
on mine?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want that right now?
Let's get through everybody real quick.
Okay,
We'll come back
all
to it. Trevor, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, I got to cover high school football tonight, and then tomorrow I'm doing sideline for the game at X106. I'm gonna try to get home in time to watch the Iowa Penn State game and maybe stay awake for the Colorado, Washington, UCLA, Stanford games, and then Sunday football, and maybe I'll catch the NASCAR race at New Hampshire, and then WWE pay-per-view. No
No.
Sunday night.
Sports news. Anyways, next, Max.
Goodness gracious.
You got me at NASCAR. After that,
Feel
you
bad
just lost
for your
me.
roommate.
Anyways, what do you got, Max?
Thing to look forward to, all the football. But I'm really looking forward to next week because temperatures will be dropping to 70 degrees at the highest. Your boy's excited. Fall's my favorite time of the year. All the foliage, that's what it was. The foliage, flannel season. You can go the flannel with a t-shirt underneath. You can unbutton it. You can close it. You got all sorts of denim options with you. It's just the best. It's the best. It's my favorite time of year.
All right, so that's
Pumpkin
Max
spice
and what he's
lattes for
doing.
the ladies out there.
What he's ready for next coming weeks with the weather and what his attire is going to be here soon. So if you see Max, definitely give him a compliment there on his attire. Myself, I will also be covering high school football tonight. I'll be going to Stanberry for North Andrew Stanberry, top 5 matchup in 8-man this week on KNIM 95.9. And then tomorrow, of course, the game against Missouri Southern at 1:30 with Ryan on the call. And then on Sunday, and then Saturday after the game, I'm going to meet up with a buddy who's coming back for the first time since freshman year. So I'm going to meet up with him for the first time in a while. And then Sunday, NFL football. I'm going to watch more of that. Definitely some college football there on Saturday, too. And as Max told me before the show, there's a matchup in the Great American Conference between two great mascots. We have the Bull Weevils versus the Savage Storm down there. So
What is a Savage Storm?
I don't know.
Any storm.
So, you know how the hurricanes have come through? That's a savage storm.
This is the kind of journalism we need in America.
This is not fake news here. We are good to go.
We don't need that, We don't need that.
We don't need fake news, but we do need hot takes. So we have those here at X106.
And some of the politics we've had have been hot takes, but we won't discuss that because we're a
Ryan's
sports show.
honey-do list. We need
All
that
right,
too.
so we'll get the honey-do list next week. We're actually over on time right now, but we're going to leave you. We'll be back next Friday, 2 to 5. Check us out tomorrow on the call for Northwest versus Missouri Southern at X106_sports is our Twitter feed. We will see you next Friday, 2 to 5 here on X106 and KNWT Channel 8.